What's up, everyone? It's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates. Welcome back to Otaku Tuesday. The squad is here, and look who's back. It's Nick, aka Hartless Weeb. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing? Did you guys miss me?
I forget every single one of you exists until I go back on Instagram, to be honest.
It's all right, guys. Don't worry about it. I know you missed me. You didn't have a show without me. It's okay. It's okay. Don't cry.
We missed you, Nick.
I missed you guys too, but you know, I had to do my own thing. But never, I'll shut up.
I know. And back again is Jim from Weird Science Comics. How you doing, Jim?
Good, fine. I'm a little tired. Nick's picking me up here. He's inspiring me.
I took a nap.
I should have myself, so I'm ready to go.
We have to text him too to wake up sometimes. And Mark, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I missed you. And
Missed
you too.
I'm back,
look
baby.
who else is back for the first time in a long time. We've got Beyonce.
It's the comeback one.
I will shoot everybody in this room.
Who's got the reverb?
In your room? Or
Bianca, where the heck did that come from?
It's just my personality, I guess. I did get a new mic, so I'm happy about that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. It sounds
That
very
snowball was ruining my life after a while.
I hate being snowballed.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some announcements this week with manga. Nothing really fantastic because they're waiting for the big cons. Nick,
Yeah.
aren't you
Which
going
one?
to some of those cons?
Yeah, New York and San Diego. I don't care. I go for me. I go to drink. I go to shop, which I'm not going to do this year, and I'm trying not to drink. But I'm going for media. I'm going for the anime and manga stuff. I like comics. I don't give two shits about any of this. HBO pulled out. Oh, Disney pulled out. I don't care. I don't go for, even though I have a press pass, I don't care.
Yeah, we were talking about that before, and I even said in a chat that anime and manga is going to hold it together because I think more people are there for the anime manga and then shopping for the comic books. I don't think they're there as much anymore for the movies because there's not been anything that's worth watching. But
well, it's people are superhero fatigued and tired of it. I can't believe, and I thought it was hilarious, Flash bombed so fucking hard. No one's safe from Ezra Miller except the movie.
Oh my God. All right, so the first one up, this Laura had sent this to me, is Tokyo Pop, which we don't really cover too much on here, but I was like,
defunct.
okay.
Tokyo Poop?
No, surprisingly, they're not.
I remember reading that in high school, and they're all trash manga too. None of them are good.
Yeah, I haven't found any.
And Disney
good
manga.
ones. Yeah.
I enjoy their Disney manga.
I do want to do the Lilo and Stitch one. That looks super cute. I'm a huge Stitch fan.
Yeah, I like some of these. I don't know. They look very generic manga.
Boys Lovey, yeah.
Yeah,
The Black Cat and the
Rip-offs
Vampire.
or something else. That could be L, I think.
I can see that.
Kardashian is
I'm
the
just
villain.
I'm just Black Cat. You mean an actual black cat that turned human,
Did you
or a
just-
humanoid cat, a person with cat ears?
I
What
was
are we
gonna
talking
say-
about?
Did you just assume they're manga identity? Just because they look super non-hetero doesn't mean they're not. They could just be swole buff daddies just hanging out with each other on each other's chest.
They could be going in for a hug. Maybe somebody had something happen.
Oh, I almost said something, but okay.
No, I saw your face. I saw
I
that
was like-
pop into your head, and you went, no.
New and approved Nick. I wouldn't. Old Nick would say he's gonna give him a reach around, but I wouldn't say that. That's impolite.
I think you would have been right, though, Nick. It looks like he's about to.
Looks pretty handy to me.
Yeah, he does.
What is the white on his back, or is that the new Korean blood where you can't show blood? Is that a manhwa?
No, it looks like a shirt.
No, the second one in, yeah, right there.
That looks what I'm looking at.
That looks like some splooge.
Oh, those are the shoujo. Whenever there's a romance, there's these circle thingies.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh.
What are they called? I don't even know. The sparkles?
Sparkles is what I call them. And since it has vampires, why not?
Yeah.
It works out.
Yeah, there you go. H. Field says Tokyo Pop has actually been licensing a lot of good stuff. Really?
Not in
The
the
series
US.
Double is amazing. And our Not So Lonely Planet travel guide is wonderful as well.
Yep, Tokyo
Never
Pop's
heard
not
of
getting my
them.
money. And they're $12.99. Damn, what do they think they are? Viz?
God.
You know,
here's
if
that
it says
Not So
Tokyo
Lonely
Pop on
Planet.
it, I usually don't
That's
buy
volume
it.
4.
I mean, if you run out of toilet paper, it's pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
Even in the late
But
90s,
it's
Tokyo
expensive
Pop
for
was kind
toilet
of
paper.
trash.
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah,
won't
no,
even eat
apparently they
those.
just did anything with the localization.
But they get AI now. It's free.
Hmm.
Or Google Translate. We don't need an editor.
hey, if they
Let's
could
just
do-
do it ourselves. Oh,
Hey,
she
if they do
potato.
some blackjack, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Because I'm getting rain here. I know it's gonna. But I said, well, if they could do it for blackjack, they could probably do it for Tokyo Pop.
Hmm.
Yeah, what was the name of that program we talked about last time? Chat?
Chat GPT. Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm sure. As long as it doesn't come out like, what's it called? Common Writer? Because that was bad.
I'll be back in
That
a
was
second.
really
I gotta turn my AC off. My nipples could cut glass right now.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's cold. It's cold in here.
Is anybody interested in anything here from Tokyo Pop? Because everything to me just
I'm interested in the Stitch and Samurai and the Fox and the Tanuki.
Yeah.
It comes in a hardcover and a softcover.
Oh, should I spend that extra $2 on a hardcover?
Wait, can I get soft and hard-covered boys love? 'Cause that's how I feel sometimes.
Hmm.
Trying to make Mark spit up a drink.
Oh, also
While
in
fleeing
September.
the Galactic Federation, Stitch's spaceship malfunctions and he makes an emergency landing, not in Hawaii, but in... I'm not going to even say that. Bianca.
What?
Discovered by brutal Lord
Sengoku.
Yamato. Sengoku.
Yamato.
So he goes to feudal Japan. Okay,
Yay.
interesting.
But he doesn't die and goes into another world.
So it's like a multiverse Stitch. Like instead of going to modern day Hawaii, he ends up in like past Japan.
I was gonna say, isn't that time travel essentially?
It's a kind, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that Stitch manga is ridiculous.
I just found out they're both riding on a what is that? A toy horse?
It's a
Oh,
crossover.
yeah, they are.
racing.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
That's
should-
adorable.
Double down on Figment. That would have been a cool placement.
Yeah.
I'm a fan
Yeah,
of Figment.
Figment
He's
doesn't
cool.
get much love.
No, he doesn't.
All right. Well,
Is that it? Was that all? The entire thing?
God damn.
So small.
Well,
We don't
Seven
have-
Seas, meanwhile, is going all in on audiobooks because they have a new imprint for audiobooks.
Shoot,
I will
I'll
actually give a
add
shit
my
about
voice
that.
in, get paid. Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Listen, I've been doing, since Bo got me hooked on doing all the audiobooks read by AI, I am so used to it. I'm almost done with Konosuba now.
Nice.
I'm on light
Okay.
novel 17.
Really?
That's pretty good. Just search
Well-
YouTube light novel. You can find stuff.
This first one is just a regular manga they're re-releasing. Plus
Is it
size,
plus
I've
sized?
never read it.
No, is it like a
Yes.
plus size omnibus? Like, again, me
No.
biting my tongue. It just has
They
so
have
many
Lupin
puns I
the
could
Third
just say.
coming out. This sounds like it's an omnibus. It's the classic manga collection.
Well, I mean, when you need to like triple or quadruple dip, you're making that money, and we know it. Most dorks are gonna spend money on like your merch. They're gonna like, oh yeah, I need that in like super wide format print. Yeah, it's a waste. But I mean, hey, if you want like 3 copies of something, like do it. Then again, I'm gonna buy like the 3 Hellsing I'm missing 2 years from now when they release them. in single
You
format.
mean in the individual
Yeah, I think I'm missing
Takobans?
like 7 and 8, and maybe 6. But I have the Omnis.
Well, here is their new imprint Siren. That's all audiobooks, and they got Classroom of the Elite.
Okay, I read the manga for that. That was really, really word heavy. I don't even want to think about how bad the light novels are. Like,
Oh
I was
no,
about
the
it.
light novels are worse. Apparently, the anime just went in a completely different direction and kind of, I don't know how to say, not dumbed it down, but they made it not as bad as how it is in the in the light novel.
It was wordy as fuck. Like, you ever read like an independent like comic that's just full of word bubbles? This was just like text on text on text with like a little art, and I was just like, this sounded cool. I'm out.
I heard that the wording was good in the light novel version. I've never heard people talk about the manga version, to be honest. Just the anime. I know the anime loves monologues.
Well, I know I say I can't read, but I mean I do like reading. But like I like pictures with my reading too.
I want the equal amount of ratio for my pictures and my wording.
Listen, if it's good enough
I
and
want
spicy
more
enough,
pictures, less words.
I was gonna say if it's
Yeah.
spicy enough, I don't even need words. Except Dick Fight
I
Island
can
was just
tell you about that with like Marvel.
plot.
How to cut down on words.
Marvel should just do adult imprints. I mean, they're swapping everything up anyways. Like, they could make some money. They could get like Alex Maleev to do some more covers for him, you know, and just like sexy Wolverine or like whatever they're doing with X-Men right now. Yeah. Hellfire Club.
Sex 'em
DC
up.
has black labels. Does Marvel have any black labels?
No.
What losers?
I gotta say, Black Label was pretty good when I was still reading like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, Batwang was great.
I have Batwang.
I have Batwang.
Oh,
That's
you're
good.
so lucky.
Yes.
Aw.
Marge, like, huh?
I looked for the
I had no
I was
idea.
in comic book stores looking for that. They're like, nah,
Yeah,
you're out. I'm sorry. And I'm like, frickers.
Yeah, they tailed off a lot with the Black Label stuff. At one point, it was really, really good. They've tailed off a bit, though.
I miss them.
Surprising.
Well, I like their Elseworld stuff. It's really good. It's not boring, crappy DC like bullshit that no one cares about.
It's weird, too. Some of the Black Label stuff they do, they'll still wing-ding curse words and stuff. And
why? It's
exactly.
adult.
Why? It's Black
Because
Label. It
kids
drives
are
me nuts.
reading.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other question. How expensive are they? Because I know they're a wider format and slightly thicker. They were like $10. What are they, like $20 now? Like,
They're still pretty. They're usually like $8.99 per issue, but like prestige deal. But when they get them in trade, they're pretty pricey.
well, here's my question. How much is a regular comic now? Like $7, $8?
Well,
No, it's
if
still
you're Jonathan Hickman,
$5.99.
yeah, most are $3.99, $4.99. Then you get the $5.99 as like the extra size deal. But Jonathan
that's
Hickman
right.
just had a $9 pretty much standard, a little oversized deal, but $9.
I'm a simp. I like Hickman. Hickman's East to
Yeah.
West is one of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah, that was really good.
I love that Aquaman Black Label from Rom V. That was a
Lloyd song,
$5.99
I
book.
believe. Yeah, that was a $5.99. It's better paper too, so it's
Yeah. Oh, it felt so
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I liked when DC was like, you know what? We're going to sell the Ultra Premium for $1 more. So if you want to get a 9.8, come on down and buy it.
Yeah, come on down.
Whatever
I'm
happened
sorry,
to
we were
Hold the Line?
distracted.
Okay, yeah.
know.
Sorry.
That's okay. Like, poor Marg is the only one sitting here going, I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Let's see. Class of the Elite. The other one is Reborn as a Space Mercenary. I woke up piloting the strongest starship. Definitely 7 Seas.
Yeah.
You can tell by the paragraph title.
Mm-hmm. And the cover that looks like every other cover.
Yeah.
Maybe they're AI generated.
So this time the isekai'd into space. Well, at least I give them that. It's different.
True.
Saint's magic power is omnipotent. Okay.
Omnipotent?
Yeah.
Impotence?
No, the opposite.
Those two words sound so similar to me. I can't
Yeah.
even tell which is spelled in which.
Like I said, everything's kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
It would be funny if it was my way, though. What an interesting story.
Yeah, that's all they have so far for the. And then this one's just a manga.
Ooh, I want to read that
What
one.
he who doesn't believe in fate says.
He's gonna cut
Red
the
string of
cord.
fate that connects soulmates. Unfortunately, he's fallen in love with Yuka, and her string clearly does not lead to him. He hides his feelings for her until one day a fortune teller lets Yuka know her destined lover is nearby, and she thinks it's him. Could this try the world win for his unrequited love?
I heard the
Because I'm not
string
gonna try
inside
to-
is red.
Is that the string of fate that binds everyone?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, this is 13 plus? Come on.
Do they scissor in it?
Not a GL.
I'd try it. Sounds cute.
It's by Amu the Rice.
I know. I was looking at that name. I was like,
What?
that's
I was hoping
different.
for a
Really
more
like
adult
Rice.
rating, but like not adult as in adult. Like it doesn't have to be like
Like a josei.
spicy to be for adults, you know?
Well,
like Steamship.
as a toxic white male, I'm offended for everyone that the name is Rice, so that's too offensive and racist for me. I'm banning reading that. Just saying.
Oh my
It's
God.
offensive. I have to be offended for everyone. If I'm not the poster child for being offended, like, how can I live with myself? You guys know I'm all just fucking around and not serious, right? I could care less.
Yeah.
Okay, because everyone's just looking at me like, is he serious? I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
I was looking at the art. Sorry, you can't see my
Uh-huh.
face. I just really like this art.
next they'll say
Still
I'm in
disappointed about
therapy
the
and
rating.
I'm changed man now.
It does look okay. I don't know
It
if
looks
I'll,
alright.
I mean, I'll get it.
like I said, everything right now feels very mediocre.
Mediocre.
They're waiting for the big stuff for like the big cons. Nick will be there videotaping for us, right, Nick?
Well, isn't anime something this weekend? And what I miss? What? Por qué?
Oh, anime
Something in California, right?
expo.
Yeah.
Anime expo.
I don't know. I did Anime Boston. That was pretty cool. I'll take the tickets, but I will never pay for it again.
How much were the tickets?
Well, it's only like $35, but it's also Easter weekend too, so
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like going to a big con in Florida during spring break, and you're wondering why somebody is setting the hotel on fire.
It's a furry convention?
Oh, yeah.
No,
I've
they
never
were
seen
smoking
one.
weed and-
I haven't been to a convention in Florida in so long. I kind of miss it.
It was
Can't wait to see all the
MegaCon, and it was a hotel
crystals.
right next to the convention
Oh my
center. And
gosh.
seeing, the fire alarms going off. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey, the best one was my first year in San Diego. We were like a mile away from Tijuana. It was nice. It was like at a ghetto hotel, Motel 6. It's quality.
Cheapest motel for that con, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Most reasonable.
Well, no, if you can actually get in the hotels, like me and my brother, I think it ended up being like $200 a night for this year, so it's not too bad
Okay.
compared to like $1,000 a night, and we're like a mile and a half away, so it's not too bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, you and I talked about this next story.
Oh, Joey? I love Joey,
Joey.
but he's just like clickbaiting the shit out of everything lately. That's on a second channel, isn't it?
apparently,
Ah, that's right, a second channel.
yeah. So apparently, Joey was talking about some disgusting incident that happened with episode 6 of Oshi No Ko. Was it a
It's
few years
also in
ago? There
English
was no-
now. This weekend it was in English.
Yes,
it was
it
2 or
is.
2 or 3 years ago, a Japanese female wrestler, she committed suicide. Sorry,
Oh.
unlife, because you can't say suicide on here.
On life.
But anyways, she killed herself, and her mom was going around saying that they stole basically the plot line of her daughter offing herself, which doesn't make any sense for me. I mean, it's cool that she's trying to bring awareness up, but it sounds like to me, and I'm gonna sound like that ass, and people are gonna get pissed. It sounds like a pity party, and she's just trying to get like press for herself, and it's kind of disgusting. Like, who's gonna steal an idea like that and be like, oh, they stole my like? That's gross. I don't think anybody would do that. That
I
was her claim,
remember that
basically.
wrestler being in Terrace House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what caused it. Like, people didn't like something she did on the show, so on social media they bombarded her. And
Yeah, she was
From what
gonna.
people have told me, it was because she was also not 100% Japanese. She was bullied for being mixed as well.
She was a hafu.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which I didn't know. I'm like, looking at her, I'm like, oh, I actually couldn't tell. But apparently some people can. And I'm like, oh.
yeah, I didn't know that either. But I think it's kind of like, because Oshi No Ko is kind of like that manga that tries to focus on the dark side of idol life and
Oh,
social
yeah.
media.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like you're going to get into something like that. I don't think the intent was to mock or kind of like, steal the story to profit off.
Was this also in the manga?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the main characters,
Yes.
they have like a reality like dating show for the kids. Spoiler, it jumps on later to the kids that were isekai'd as her children. But anyways, basically they had a show, and this girl was kind of like the one no one liked, that was like not the bad girl, but kind of like a jerk. And she like posted on social media she was going to kill herself, but they ended up stopping her and saving her. So it was like a really wholesome message at the end. But a bunch of people, they're just going to focus on like the horrible stuff and be like, oh, they shouldn't glorify it. It's like, oh, by the way, still Mental Health Awareness Month for men.
Yay!
Anyway,
What do you
sorry.
think about this, Jim?
I haven't watched the anime, but I did read most of the manga, or at least up to this point, which is very early. But yeah, and the whole deal. The thing that I thought that was like the mother coming out and saying it seemed like the same word. I think that a lot of bullying is going to be very similar, obviously, and bullying sucks. But I don't know. The only thing that, and I agree with Nick, the only thing, though, is I wish that maybe the creators kind of stepped up and said, hey, the similarities, it wasn't this, it was, or have something. And they seem to be quiet about it, which seemed to kind of make it go further, and then people thinking that the mom wanted to cancel the show. And I really don't know. When Nick was talking, I don't even really know what the mom wanted to accomplish, like after the fact. Like, did she want to have them have something on there? It's dedicated. Like, it's not. It was a weird play. It really was, like reading that saying nobody should be bullied and the mom should, but it felt weird. The whole thing felt weird.
Of course, they're not going to say anything. I would actually be surprised if they really did defend themselves. But every time something happens like this in Japan, I never see them talk about it or defend it or say, "Well, it wasn't really like this." I'm like, they never say anything.
Yeah.
Like, my thing is, I can understand a heartbroken mother. Like, I totally get that. And raising self-awareness for it's cool, but to try to blame like a comic that anything could happen and just kind of shoehorns in with it. It's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, that's what's weird about it. I just wondered what the mom wanted to, like I said, accomplish. Did she want to have more awareness about her daughter? Did she want to set up some? But it really just felt like she just was upset, and then people attacked, but there wasn't really any way to resolve this, really, because there isn't anything to resolve.
I wonder if she was actually watching the series, or did people just send it to her and say, here's what's going on. It's exactly like your daughter.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah. And there were people in Joey's video, and they were saying, hey, when I first saw it, I kind of thought of this girl as well. So it must have some, but it's going to have similarities when you have a very similar concept. This could have been how many, unfortunately, K-pop idols or Japanese idols that end up doing the same thing.
Yes.
It ends up being that same deal when they get bullied.
It's true. And people don't realize, like, it destroys whole families. Like, I've dealt with me in my personal life, and it's like, it's not a fun, cool thing to do. But when it's written in a story, I took it as, when I was reading it months ago, that, like, it just shows you, like, it's real life. It's gritty. It's dark. It's not like, hey, guys. It's like, I'm trying to raise awareness and be adult about it.
And when I first read it, I was actually like, oh my God, they're doing it. But it actually, and you said it had a wholesome ending to show that, hey, don't do that. There are people out there. And unfortunately, some people don't get that message before it's too late. But the whole play, though, of them bullying the mom, it really just, it's such an odd thing to go and do the thing that the thing said not to do, and it just kind of swirls around. It's odd.
Well, the
And I
internet's
think
a
that's where
dark
like the
place.
toxic fandom comes in, because they want to protect their thing from anybody they think is attacking it, but they're not looking at the whole situation. Like, this woman is grieving, and she's probably projecting what happened onto this show. But instead of showing sympathy, to attack her and go after her and do exactly what was happening to her daughter, to her, is like sick.
And
it's
seriously, if I was somebody who saw this and I was friends with the mother, I would probably not tell the mother, say, don't watch that.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't tell her to, oh, you got to see this. It's such a weird thing to have somebody say, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. It's that's strange to me. But again, it goes with that play, even in, Western comics, where you'll have somebody who, say, a Superman fan and starts screaming and yelling at people. And you're like, you like a character that this character that you love would not like you. The things that you're doing are so against what that would be, and they're doing that with this.
It's just sad all around. Like, sorry.
Yeah, I
okay.
completely agree with everybody. It's like it's totally messed up. Like, I mean, obviously she's under some stress and grief over her daughter and everything, and then people bullying her on top of that. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
it's messed up.
It is kind of insane, because I don't know, could it also be a cultural thing? Because I know in certain Asian cultures, like, mental health and therapy is not something. Yeah. So she just be using this to try to, like, deal with what happened and think, I'm going to stop this because it's going to spread it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't realize too, like, families still grieve way after the fact. It's not just like, oh, they died, cool, we're gonna move on. It's like, that was your child you had for years. Like, of course she's gonna be upset and hurt.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw people in the comments of just that video of people saying, well, it was 2020. She should be over it by now. I'm like, you're insane.
No,
one of your
if I
family
lost
members.
one of my kids, I wouldn't be over it.
Yeah,
my
no.
whole life.
Yeah, that's insane to, like, assume, because people grieve differently, especially, like, a parent and their child. And I don't know if it was her only child or what, but you kind of feel like, especially in that type of situation, you almost feel helpless. Like, you think you should have saw the signs and there was something you could have done to prevent it, but sometimes there's no signs. I mean,
and ultimately you're
see
never
it all
gonna know
time.
why. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, when my dad did it, we don't know why. It just happened, It's life. You move on, it's what you do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a puppy where you can just buy another one. I mean, she could make another kid, but I'm kidding. I'm joking to try to make light of this, just of how depressing it is, But suicide is not the answer, and you should talk to somebody if you guys have a problem. Or if you see someone, just say hey and check up on them.
Yeah.
You never know. You can make someone's day.
And there's even things when this kind of got brought up by the girl who did end up taking her life, ended up where she was kind of manipulated and acting a certain way on that terrorist deal, and that caused it. There's a lot of weird things going on with that even. And
I think we've heard complaints before about reality shows. They're never reality. It's always scripted in some format, and everybody gets kind of put in, you're going to be the bitch of the show, so I want you to act like this. Or you're going to be like the bullied victim or something.
But it's how they edit it too, though.
Yeah, they do edit it that way.
That's the other thing too.
It's disgusting. It's like social parallelism, and that's why I don't watch reality TV. My life's fucked up enough. I don't need to watch other people's horrible lives. But some people love it,
Yeah. And we all know what kind of, like, pressure she was under also. I mean, she had another career outside of doing the reality show. She was a wrestler. There might have been a bunch of stuff that just helped trigger all of it. But I think it's just, what disgusts me the most is the fans just kind of like thinking, we need to protect this from you. You're going to try and destroy it. And not looking at the full situation of this mother grieving.
Yeah.
They're too busy worried about what they love instead of what this person's going through.
Yeah, and maybe that's why the company and everything didn't really respond to this or anything, because like anything they're gonna say is
it's gonna be a bad look.
Yeah, it's either gonna look bad or it's not gonna help anything. So it's like, no, sorry for the similarities, but no.
For some reason, in my mind, I went with the idea that lawyers said, listen, if you say that it was based off this, I hope that it's not that, the idea of, some sort of financial or, because it didn't seem like the mom was saying that, but just as weird how things are. But you still could end up, not saying stuff just because, like you said, you're going to look bad any sort of way. There's no real way to spin it.
Yeah, people take it as a mission of guilt, and even though they had nothing to do with it, they'd be like, "Oh, see, told you," and you're like, "Happier subject."
Yeah. Oh well, we didn't get to this last week because we weren't able to do the show. But everybody see the One Piece trailer?
I watched other people review it.
That's such a me thing. I won't watch the trailer, but I'll watch other people watch it. Let me get your takes.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
My own.
We should just mute it and watch it, and then just chop it up. Hello, Wakasashi.
It's morning over there.
Man.
Yeah, they're in the future. I'm on the future on the East Coast. They're super future.
So, for those who did watch it or watch whoever reviewed it, what were your thoughts on the trailer? Do you think it's better than Cowboy Bebop?
I don't know. Cowboy Bebop looked like it had super potential, and then I enjoyed it because it was a hot dumpster fire and thought it was good. Cowboy Bebop, no, I enjoyed it, but Netflix does this thing where they try to inject cash into it and capitalize on it, and then it's and here's a mediocre product no one wants, and why did it fail? Death Note, great. I watched for Willem Dafoe. That was it.
I also watched it for William Dafoe. My sister and I thought it was okay.
It wasn't bad.
Ryuk
looked horrible. Oh, he looked.
Okay, it looks kind of cool.
I actually thought so too. I'm like, wait, let it cook.
I have not watched the anime. Well, I've watched one episode, hated it. And I read the first volume of the manga, really liked it. So this kind of looks cool.
Margaret, are we in the same club of I don't hate it, but I've never really fucked with it. I read the first manga. I've seen maybe one or two parts of episodes, but I've watched the TV show and try going in fresh and not knowing anything.
Yeah.
So I remember watching it when I was a kid, and then I never followed up on it. I'm not reading the manga. I don't really want to catch up. I don't really feel like it, and I'm not actually that interested in One Piece. But I saw this and I'm like, this almost makes me want to relive it, but with real life people characters for some reason. It's a weird feeling. I actually had a friend of mine who watched it, and he was like, oof, the kid who plays Luffy, and we're like, well, what about him? He's like, they gave him an accent, and I'm like, yeah, the creator said that he would be Brazilian. He's played by a Brazilian actor, bro. And he's like, oh, never mind.
Like, I was about to say, in defense of that, Oda did state which each character's nationality is, and Luffy is supposed to be Brazilian.
And I was like, bro, you hated on it without even researching. And I said that because he always blames me for not researching anything.
My concerns with this is, one, Luffy is really the actor they got playing Luffy in what they've shown us, and I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. He is downplaying the
tone down.
Yeah, he is just he needs to be a lot more hyper and a lot more loud, and a lot more obnoxious.
This seems like a Mario thing. I feel like if you're exactly like the character, it's just gonna be annoying.
True, it could be what's her name, Ed, at the end of Cowboy Bebop, which was really bad. But
shoot, I forgot her name too.
Nami's hair needs to be fixed. That wig is bothering the hell out of me. Every time I see the footage of her, it looks so bad.
Sometimes I'm like, dyeing is probably cheaper. I don't know. Use those natural dyes. Use actual orange.
Well, here's my two questions.
Yeah,
I heard, wasn't she a natural redhead to begin with? The actress? I don't know.
Well, the actress has had her hair that hair color before, because I had posted a picture.
Okay.
I don't know if that's her natural hair color or she did it for another part, but she could pull off the hair color. But for some reason, they stuck this cosplay wig on her. I'm like, and somebody keeps telling me that's not a wig. I'm like, that looks like a wig.
Well, another thing is, I don't know if you guys watched any of the anime converted into Japanese movies, most of them, they all look like cosplay. This looks a little bit better than cosplay, but it still feels really rigid. Like, they're pirates. They should be dirty, right? Like, not just like fresh, crisp, clean shirts.
The only one who should be crisp and clean is Sanji because he's always there with his like suits.
How do you feel about his eyebrows not being squiggles?
And again, I think that's another choice because it's live action. It would just look really weird.
It's a conscious thing. Yeah, same thing with the other guy with his nose, I guess, isn't crazy huge.
Yeah, Usopp's nose.
Yeah.
Though I'm kind of like, there's so many things throughout the show where they keep referencing his nose. It's going to be like...
The graphics look pretty good.
There's a joke with his nose. The graphics do look okay. They look definitely better than what I've seen them do before with anime adaptations.
Yeah.
It's not Dragon Ball Evolution, but I don't know. I'm going to have to see more footage before I decide because I kind of feel like I need like Luffy to be a little bit more animated. Like not maybe to the extreme like he is in the anime, but he needs to be a little more like
goofy
or heady.
Well, do you think they're going to be
such an errand?
Do you think they're going to lean into it kind of like a Deadpool type of vibe where like they embrace that they know it's wacky and stupid, but it's still grounded in reality? Or you think they're going to try to go straight up, straight-laced and serious?
Well, here's the thing. You've only read volume 1 of One Piece.
Yeah, so I have no idea.
Does at time get serious and dark?
I like dark.
It develops so into a point like they're going to cover Nami's story. Now I don't know how much of it they're going to go into, but Nami's story alone is very dark.
Okay.
What are you smirking about?
I'll try the show though.
More.
What about you, Jim? Are you going to watch it?
I might give it a shot. I just rewatched the trailer while we were talking. I kind of like it. Kind of gets me. Well, I'll give it a shot. Like I said, a lot of the things have been hit and miss for me, especially on Netflix. So,
but I did not like the Full Metal Alchemist live action.
Nah. So I'll
like,
always give it a shot.
You mixed them both together. You shouldn't have done that. You should have gone with one or the other.
Jimmy, you watching
right now, I was watching Spy Family and Chainsaw Man, and not really anything else because I've just been reading stuff. But Spy Family is so good.
Spy Family is super cute. Like,
yeah, it is. That's kind of my kind of thing that I like. I don't really like dark stuff. I like the cute stuff like that. If I can pull in the deal, Anya is just a gem and everything going in there. Oh yes.
Oh, sorry, we're a family-friendly show.
Yes.
I don't know why I bought this. Like, that was so stupid. I'm never going to use that thing. I'm waiting for, like, bringing a girl back and be like, what is that? Be like, did you see my room? Yeah, you can run out the door now.
Oh, my God. Well, I have to say that Zoro looks good. That was the one I was worried about the most because the green hair thing is going to be, but they think they did a good job with the green hair on him.
Well, here's my question is, do you think they're going to actually keep the decent budget? Because Luffy stretches a lot like Mr. Fantastic, right?
Yeah, that's my concern because it gets very cartoony with a lot of stuff. Like the whole joke in there, too, is also like when Luffy saves everybody, he does more damage to them than the enemies do. Like, he will grab them, jump the ship, and slam them into the side of the bow. I mean, it's like...
Well, do you think...
And then afterwards, Nami beats him up.
Do you think if they do introduce Chopper is going to be a nightmare fuel thing, or...
Buggy already looks like nightmare fuel.
Buggy looks that like creepy-looking clown dude.
Yes!
Like the low cosplay budget Joker?
I thought the same thing.
His third cousin on his mother's side.
You know what it reminds me of? He seems like, you know, those people that are like inspirationally quote the Joker like on Facebook, and you're like, yep, that's you outside just dressing up like that in real life.
Oh, I know a guy like that. It's scary.
It's what happens when you grow past Juggalo. You go a step above.
And you say that 100%. He was a Juggalo. He did. He went from drinking Faygo and all that nonsense to pretty much, quoting the Joker everywhere he can go.
Well, yeah, it's like you get like a nice little suit or something. You can go out and just be like, I like the Joker. And every Halloween, I could dress up like a Joker and be cool and be like, nah, buddy. You just get
if I
dirty
were
ass
to
green hair.
say on the stretchy part, I wonder if they're going to do that thing where they will only show
Yes, I'd
the
stretch
stretching
mine.
part. They would only show the stretching parts sometimes, but a majority of the time he's not going to be using it because of the possible budget.
Yeah.
Do we know the
and
budget?
My other thing is the Arlong Pirates. I heard they have a lot of money in this. They put a lot of money in. But people are pointing out, like, the scenes that they saw where Luffy does use stretching, it always seems to be at nighttime.
Well, it's cheaper to animate, and it can be grainy and shitty, and no one's going to notice it's the night.
That's pretty smart.
I
found
know
my pen.
also, the Arlong Pirates are going to be really hard to see what they're going to look like because they're all fish people.
Murlocs.
So that's going to
We
be
love
weird.
fish people.
Like, Arlong himself is like a shark person.
We love
Are they
shark
gonna do
people.
CGI? Are they going to do
Grillum.
prosthetics? Are they going to do both?
Whatever spends the most money or whatever saves the most money.
Knock them across the... Yeah.
Well,
It's probably just going to be Arlong.
How long is it supposed to be? Like, episode-wise? Do you know?
I heard it's not that many episodes.
I heard it was a movie. What the frick? It's episodes?
Yeah, it's episodes.
It's a
It's
series.
episodic.
Frick. My motivation just went down.
It'll probably be like
But
9
here's
to
another
15,
thing, like,
right?
They were like, they're going to introduce the characters really fast.
Okay.
So
That's
some
what
of
I
the
was
characters are
wondering,
gonna be
how
in
quick
scenes-
they're going to go.
So 10 episodes?
That's... I don't even think it's 10. I thought I heard 8. Hold on.
Really? Short season.
Well, I mean, it's just like every other comic book adaptation. You need Uncle Ben dying, and you need Batman's dead parents and pearls on the ground.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
if
10.
not, you can't sell it.
It is 10?
It's 10.
Yay!
Yeah,
Give
10.
my money.
But you're going to need to dedicate a lot of time to each character. Even... So they're going to rush everybody's, like, introduction.
Nah, they don't have to because they know the One Piece fan base is so rabid and huge. They're gonna eat that shit up, and they don't care about the normies. They're banking on that. How many people do you know that if they don't have Netflix and they're a One Piece fan, which they probably already have, they're gonna go,
They're gonna
let
go
me get
get it."
Netflix. Oh yeah, that's gonna suck them right in. That's a couple extra $1 million in subs for them for at least a month.
But you know what's funny? You hear more people who aren't One Piece fans that are more interested in this.
Yeah, like me, I'm curious. It's
Wow.
got my attention.
Yeah, the reason I asked is because I'm not any bit into it. One volume, the same for me. So I'm wondering, am I going to get a little more out of it than what I've already read, or is it going to be, too fast or whatnot? But I am interested in it. I'm going to check it out.
I follow a comic book group chat, and mostly what's it called? The media versions, like non-comic, actual comic book, but movies and TV shows and all that stuff. A majority of them were actually interested.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, this is very surprising. I didn't think you guys were interested in that stuff. They're like, well, I don't watch the anime. I don't read it. But, it kind of looks cool. I'm intrigued. And I'm like, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
anime's for children. Like,
Exactly.
even though comic books are now mainstream and anime is slowly catching up. That's where I predict cons going in the future, how they cannibalized on like comic book stuff. They're going to start cannibalizing on anime once they figure out like the secret sauce and how
That's
to
been
do it
happening
right.
a few years ago.
No,
I
but
was
I'm
about
saying
to say, it's really growing more.
with the live action, because the live action's been dog shit.
Oh.
Like they haven't done anything. Like I think Ghost in the Shell was probably the closest, and it still was pretty bad. Like,
A
wait
little
till they
battle angel?
I didn't see it. That looks so bad.
No.
Oh, I did see it. It was bad.
It was actually pretty good.
We need a nice Akira.
Battle Angel was one of my first manga that I ever read, and I watched the movie and did not enjoy it.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
as good.
expected a lot more.
I guess maybe it's because I didn't read the manga when I saw it.
It was
At least the creator enjoyed it. He said he
Yeah.
liked it better than the OVA because he didn't have anything to do with the OVA at all because of him being busy. And he said he went to the movie theater multiple times. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
But he's also going to say that because this is his property and got a fat bag for it.
Yeah.
Jim, I got to ask you, did it take you out watching Battle Angel Alita with like the big eyes?
Yes.
Like that just took me out. I was like, I can't take this.
I
shit
understood
seriously.
it though. I
used to it after
understood
a
what
few
they were doing.
minutes.
Oh, it drove me nuts. It drove me insane. One thing though, I'll say about One Piece, it's funny because with Western comics, the big thing is, oh my God, the movies are making $1 billion, but nobody's going to read the comics based on it. I did have a lot of people who saw that trailer and like, I want to get into this One Piece. How many chapters are there? There are a couple. I'm like, oh my God! And when they found out, they're like, okay, I think I'll just leave it to the Netflix show. I don't think I'm going to read thousands of chapters, which is a shame, but there's so many.
That happens with a lot of media. They did it with people did that with Attack on Titan, and then they did it with the Full Metal Alchemist, and then they were like, "Was it this bad?" And I'm like, "No, it wasn't at all."
No.
Can we just get a berserk?
And I'm saying this as a person who liked who thought the Death Note live action was just okay. And I finally finished the anime literally last night.
You just finally watched that?
Yeah, I had no
you're
interest
younger,
in it.
right? You're in your 20s, right?
No, I didn't have any interest in Death Note at all. I have a group of friends I do watch parties with. One of them wanted me to watch Death Note finally, and I said, "Yeah, okay, all right." I don't think I had any nightmares, so that's a plus.
Oh, you want nightmares? Watch the Japanese live action ones.
No.
Oh. Yeah, no. I think the only live action anime adaptations that I liked were Alice in Borderland and also
That's a good one.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
I heard
that's
the
a good one.
Rurouni Kenshin one was great.
But I think 'cause that could work live action because you're just dealing with samurai. So it's not like you have to worry too much about too many special effects or anything.
I saw one clip and I'm like, for samurai swords, it's just good for the first few times, and then you're like, oh well, this sword's crap now. Blade of the Immortal. I also heard that
Blade
was a
of the
good
Immortal,
live action.
yes. I
Oh,
forgot
what,
about
the live
Blade of the Immortal.
action? Blade of the Immortal was amazing. It was also done by Takashi Miike, who does a lot of good movies. Like, have you ever seen Ichi the Killer or Audition? So he's one of my
Ichi the
favorite
Killer.
directors.
Yeah. I remember that.
But yeah, his Blade of the Immortal, it was really good. I have the what do they call it? The steelbook from it when they released it. The cool thing is the first 20 minutes when he kills 100 dudes, it's all in black and white, so it has that almost Tarantino, Kill Bill, where the Crazy 88s where they rip the eyeball out. That's how it is, and then it goes to color, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, dead air.
I think that
Like a
Quentin
murderous.
Tarantino was-
It's like the murder version of the Wizard of Oz, then.
Yeah.
The color comes in, boom. Now I love Blade of the Immortal. I've actually never seen. I've seen a bit videos of the live action. I might have to watch it.
Oh, it's good.
You've sold it.
Are we ready for the Oshi No Ko live action?
Hell yeah.
I'm
But
sure.
they would need to do
are they doing one?
contacts.
Yeah.
We'll probably do a Korean drama.
Well, then again,
for it.
like with K-pop, they do wear contacts, so it wouldn't surprise me if they put contacts.
But will
on
their
the
wigs
actors'
be
bodies.
good?
Oh God!
Speaking of,
the
you know what I
wig-
can't wait is I forget when it is. Maybe one of you guys knows. When is My Unhappy Marriage coming on Netflix? I can't wait for that. I know it's this month or next month.
Anime or the live
Yeah.
action?
Either or, I'll take.
The anime is July.
Okay, sweet.
Heck yeah, let's
That's
go!
I've been
I'm
sitting
waiting
on
my entire
volume
life
3.
for this.
I haven't read volume 3, but that is such a fun series.
I just got it. I have to read it.
I
It
gotta
is
read
really, and I think the live action actually looks pretty good too.
That's
It's
a
so
Korean one, though, right?
beautiful.
No,
Is that
it's
Korean or Japanese?
Japanese.
Nice.
So, anything else you want to talk about before we jump on the top 5?
I gotta look up my top 5. I have one in
That's what
mind
I'm
that I
doing
know I'm
right
gonna
now.
do.
I have a little problem with the top 5 because it says underneath us scrolling angry characters, but I was told it was loudest characters, loud.
I thought it was
No,
obnoxious.
angry.
either. I
So mine are
obnoxious,
more
angry,
loud.
loudest. That's fine.
Some
That's
are mean though.
right.
Some are angry.
I know a couple of mine off the top are going to be very angry, but that's because one of them gets angry because of somebody else all the time, and the other one is he's just angry.
Well, see, in my mind, when I was
like angry tone.
In my mind, I was thinking like our favorite characters, and I realized it was just like loudmouth, obnoxious, over the top characters. So
yeah, that's fine. Because when Bianca asked me, I said yeah. Like,
What would I ask you? Was it about gun related stuff?
What is it with you guys?
Wrench gun.
Wrench gun. Oh, what the fuck?
Wrench gun. My guns are filled with
already
wrench.
guessed one of mine.
If I shoot you, you're being shot with wrench.
Pew.
Oh my god, I can't believe like everybody like we need to go through this real quick and find our top 5.
My mind went somewhere else, Bianca. I just had to like stop for a minute.
I'm pretty sure everybody else does because of the color of
You gotta get
wrench.
sponsored by Bad Dragon, like Meat Canyon. They're an actual sponsor on YouTube for him, and I was like, "There's no friggin' way!" And I was like, "Wow." So Bad Dragon, if you're looking to support someone, I will support you guys, and I love that you guys are so intimate and just want couples to get together or people just to be happy with themselves. Then I want a giant tentacle thing that I can just stick on my wall. Like I would just like stick it on the wall and be like, yeah, it's a coat rack.
God. We've all
that
missed
one's-
Nick.
The necklace that shoot goo. I mean, for research purposes, I've looked it up and like, there's no way. I'm like, holy shit. Those girls have talents. I've been told.
Really? Right in front of my dog?
Nick's just like, I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna look up my characters now.
That's an interesting question. What would you say is the worst live action anime adaptation that you've seen?
Worst live action. Tokyo Ghoul was
I'm
pretty
gonna
fucking
go-
bad.
I go with Dragon Ball Evolution because that was so far off from anything that the anime looked like.
Well, that's a bastardized version of US and Japanese, so that's like a double negative, like how bad it is.
I was like, I remember my brother sitting there going, "Why is Goku whiter than me?"
Well, see, that's another thing people don't realize. Everyone thinks that they're white people, and they're not. They're usually typically Asian, but Asians think of them as Asians. So it's like that weird in between, like no one realizes it unless you have like a black character that they racistly draw. Other than that, they're ambiguous. You don't know if they're Asian or if they're like white.
And isn't he an alien from outer space anyway? He ain't even Chinese.
Right, but he's also he's based off like the Chinese folklore of like the Monkey
Yeah,
King.
Goku. Yeah.
Son Goku. Yeah.
Son Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard because like that was just so bad. I think it was like the same year they also had Speed Racer, but Speed Racer was somewhat better than that.
I actually enjoyed Speed Racer. I'm like, yo, they tried to make it so anime. That was fun. And a friend of mine was
mom
very
knew more about
surprised.
Speed Racer than me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only thing is some of the colors after a while, I was just like, okay, am I having
It got a
seizure?
little over the top. I'll agree with that. Yeah, but I actually I saw that in the theater and I kind of got a kick out of it.
I loved the transitions.
Mhm.
Me too.
Yeah.
The Wachowski
Oh, yeah.
sisters are great.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm so fucking bad. Hey, listen, it can't be
I
any worse
forgot it
than
was made by them.
The Matrix 4. Well, you said transition,
Yeah.
so I thought it was a funny segue in
Yes.
double entendre anyways.
Oh.
But like you couldn't get any worse than the Matrix 4. Like I was so let down by that. I'm glad I didn't see it in the theaters though.
I forgot it
I didn't even
existed.
bother.
Everyone doesn't want
It's
to
like the next Indiana Jones movie doesn't exist for me either. Not even gonna watch it.
I don't even know if
Don't
I
even-
finished the Crystal Skull. That was bad.
I didn't.
I was in
I
the
didn't
movie
finish
theater
it.
for
It was
that,
so bad.
unfortunately.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
Do you think that Harrison Ford has in his contract to kill Indy too, so he can just get like another fat bag, just like Han Solo?
I
just
think
like, kill
Exactly.
me.
personally, when Disney bought Lucasfilms, they found a hidden contract that Harrison Ford was going to do more movies for George and decided to take advantage of it, and he couldn't get out.
Like the
Because he
dude
never
literally,
looked happy in any interview.
dude crashed a plane just to get out of filming.
Like 5 times.
Yup.
I know.
What?
It's like, damn it, I lived.
During Star Wars, he crashed a plane, like so
Mhm.
he couldn't be on the shoot for it.
Was
then
it
he
a
got
real
hurt or
plane?
something during
Or...
Indy.
Yeah, like a legit
Yeah,
real plane.
he's a pilot.
Broke his
Yeah.
leg.
Was there people in there?
Yeah.
Not just him. That's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
oh my gosh.
I think. And
Right,
what happened
I
to
got
him
my
when he was
top
on the
5.
set of Indy? Because he hurt himself on that, and they had to use a stunt person for like most of the filming.
He crazy.
Imagine
Take away
that.
his
It's
license.
190. You know, it's the guy's gonna break a hip every 2 seconds, I'm sure.
Is
And
he
I
right?
love Indiana Jones and the Crystal
Same.
Skull. I could not get through. I tried.
No.
I tried very hard, and I just couldn't do it.
Well, if they were
Sad.
smart, they would have hooked up with Dan Aykroyd to give people Crystal Skull vodka, like, you know, the little mini shots, so that way they could
That would've
enjoy
been
the
good.
movie more. Like,
Yes.
hand in hand. Like, it's marketing, baby.
Yep.
I just remember sitting there watching it. My brother goes, "He jumped in a refrigerator, and he's not supposed to be like radioactive now." Like, I guess not.
Because science.
Yeah.
Then my brother's like, "Aliens? We're going with aliens?" Like,
Yeah.
Telling you, at the one point, I'm like, okay, there's mind reading, but then that disappeared, and then you're just, I couldn't take it.
oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Who posted that?
March.
Oh, okay. I've
Yeah,
still
she's
yet to
putting
read that
hers in my
series.
chat.
I got a mental blank. I can't think of, like, characters.
My brother decided to torture himself yesterday. He sat down and watched Ant-Man and the Wasp's Quantum Realm.
Oh,
I'm
hell
like,
no.
why?
No.
Was it as bad? Did MODOK look that bad? I refused to watch it.
Oh, he looked worse.
Oh, okay.
It's
He looked
that.
worse.
It's so bad.
I feel like
Yeah, my brother
making a
was like-
gigantic head on a small body would look very weird.
No, it's
Yeah.
I mean, they
MODOK, though.
probably just animated his whole face, to be honest.
Well, if they
here's my-
decided to make it look like he did in the comic, it probably wouldn't have been so weird, but they just took the actor's face and stretched it.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Ah, all right. Are we ready to go?
Hello.
I'm
I
struggling.
got mine. All 5.
All right,
I got one.
Marg. I will put Marg's up.
And that is it for me today, everybody.
I'm gonna
Hasta
go.
la vista.
Bye, Bianca.
You gotta go to
Bye,
work?
everyone.
For being with us. You
She's
have a
just
good
copping
night,
up because
Bianca.
she can't think of 5 characters. Let's be honest.
Listen, I thought of 4 before I said I couldn't be able to do pew pew pew, you bastard. Pew pew.
They're always shooting each other. We've gotten used to this.
Bye.
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 Bye, Felicia.
All right, so this is Marg's first.
This is mine. Miss Nagatoro from Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. She is like insufferable, like the first volume, but then it gets cuter and cuter and cuter and cuter. And yeah, but the first couple volumes, oh my goodness, she's a
Underrated.
handful.
I have not read or watched this.
So, Mark, you know me pretty well. You think I'd enjoy this?
Oh yeah,
I have them up there somewhere. It's just I've never touched
It's
them.
good.
it's good. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh my god, can I screenshot the? Ah, shit! I was gonna screenshot Carrie's face. She was just like, perfectly.
Now, weather is having fun with my internet and electricity right now.
Okay.
I think we're about to get a big storm too.
It's supposed to rain here all day.
How you doing, Jim? Do you have one?
I do. Now, here's the thing. Angry, no, but loud, yes. But I'll go with my angry one that I think that most people would go, and I think you would. It's Bakugo in My Hero Academia. He's just always angry. Doesn't matter, no matter what. He's always pissed off. He's always mad at Midori, so he's always screaming. So no, Nick is...
I'm being robbed.
Yes. And so that would be my actual one that actually fits the angry part of it. My others are just loud. So we'll get to them, but Bakugo I think is up there.
I just love when Bakugo's leaving Shoto's house at this picture. Send me that recipe.
He's just it doesn't matter if he's nice, mean, but he's just yelling all the time, and his whole family just yells. They just scream and yell, so it's good.
It's
Mine too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like slice of life.
Oh no, he didn't get the whole thing of like my family comes in and interrupts me while I'm recording, and I'm like, what the fuck? Then again, I may or may not be drunk sometimes. It happens.
Well, at least they come in and interrupt. Mine are 2 levels down, and you could still hear them, so that's even worse.
Oh,
are they chained to the radiators?
They may be. They should be.
I like Jim. He fits in perfectly.
They're on these bikes that actually are fueling my internet. That's what happened. That's how we get the power in the house.
You are a man of smart savings.
Yes, that is the deal.
All right, Nick.
Everybody's favorite useless goddess, Aqua from Konosuba. She doesn't do anything. She's loud. She's obnoxious. She's worse when she's drunk, and she's the center of attention, even though she's trash. I love her. Have any of you guys watched Konosuba or read it?
No.
Not.
It is one of the only good, I'd say isekai comedies that translates really well, because Japanese comedy for me really sucks and it's not funny. But like basically,
I agree.
The joke is she's useless. This guy, he gets transferred over from another world, and he's like, all right, you can choose any one thing you want to bring back with you. He picks Aqua and brings her, and she's just miserable and insufferable. She's like, I'm a goddess. She gets humbled later on, but I don't want to spoil it if you guys haven't seen it, but it's really good and funny. You guys will like it. It's basically a harem where he just doesn't get with any of the girls, and his whole party's just trash, and they're dumb. It's great.
Well, did you see what's getting an anime, though?
What?
What's Not Allowed in Another World.
A what?
Not Allowed in Another World. That was the guy who just...
I'm no longer allowed in another world? Yeah, Mark, we win! Yeah!
Jim, have you read that one yet? That's hilarious.
People are going to hate that, but... Okay, basically, it's a guy that was I think an Edgar Allan Poe type of thing in Japan.
Okay.
He ends up committing unlife on himself, and he gets isekai into another world, and his power is... He just takes drugs all the time and tries to kill himself, and he can't friggin' die. And he's trying to die so hard, and it's funny as hell.
Poison.
Yeah, he drinks poison. Like at one point,
and he's got that guardian, and she's like, "You're gonna be the new hero," and he's like, "No, thank you."
he's like, I want to die. Like, what sold me besides it being so dark and funny is like, was it the first or second? I think it was the first volume where like this tree tentacle monster's trying to kill people, and like it just grabs him, and he's so full of like sleeping pills and like poison, it kills the tree. And I was like, this dude's pretty badass. That's his power up.
Love it.
Well, see, Bo wouldn't know good taste or come on the show if it hit him in the face. So that's why he had to take a hiatus.
Psalm 100.
He was just like, he's tactless and tasteless. That's why he can't be on the show anymore. I miss you, buddy. I'm kidding. I'm just waiting for him to be like, what the hell?
I know.
It took him a day to text me back. We're no longer friends. I texted him with, how you been? It took him like a day. He's like, I'm alive and doing good.
He's been busy revamping his channel. That's why.
Oh, is it summer vacation? Because like, I'll take that excuse.
That's my excuse.
Kakara!
Another one who's just like
talking out of his head.
And then his like ego doesn't help either. Like, I love how he's a parent, like his kid. He's just kind of like, do another 100 push-ups. You need to train. Only one who could put him in his place is Bulma. What in Super, where he was like, I'm not going to her birthday party, and she's on the phone. What do you mean you're not going to my birthday party? And you see him start sweating, and he's like, I have to go now. I love Vegeta. He's hilarious. Alright, Marga's got another one. Do I have the right one? Do I have the right one? Oh! She's got one of mine.
Speaking of always yelling,
I know.
it's Kyo from Fruits
So-
Basket. He's always yelling, no matter what. He's always mad.
Redhead. Yep.
It's kind of
Mhm.
like Bakugo, except that he's not as loud as Bakugo.
Yeah. It seems like every scene he is in, like he's getting mad about a memo. And I'm like, really? He gets mad about the
Or when the
smallest
cats
things.
are climbing all over him.
Yeah, the cats.
These damn cats!
He even gets mad at Toro. He's like, why are you crying?
I know that she just cries more.
Yeah. It's like, that doesn't help. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Jim.
Here's again, not as
Loud.
angry, but loud and always yelling and things like that. But it would be Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, because he's just always just losing his mind. He's always screaming. He's always all upset. He's just insane. And I could even go with half the characters in Osuke as well, but I'll go Zenitsu because he cracks me up. And I tried to share a picture of him losing his mind. It didn't work, so I had to pull that back. But he's just always just upset.
Yeah, he's always like, right, oh my god, I almost died!
Yeah, it's always just him screaming about how somebody has to protect him, or he almost died, or he's scared of this, and just losing his mind. So I do love him, though.
Yeah. Alright, next got one.
Ryoko.
Yeah.
Tenchi Muyo. I was trying to think of like characters because usually like I like tsunderes and just loud, obnoxious female characters. It's like, wow, she was loud as hell and just crazy.
Yeah. And blew up things
Yep.
constantly.
So yeah, that was just my simple thinking. Like I still got to come up with 3 more, so I need to figure my shit out real quick.
Same here.
This is usually where like we peter out towards the end and we're like, ah, crap.
Hope people aren't counting.
We can't
All right,
math.
I'll buy time on my next one. Alright.
I'm trying to think of like. I gotta turn around and look at my
Shizu from-
shelf. I don't know.
Do rah rah
anymore.
rah. Dude gets so angry he picks up a freaking like soda machine and throws it at people. Like he can be the calmest, coolest person, but the minute he gets triggered, he goes full Hulk. He'd be throwing stop signs. He rips it out right out of the ground and just like swings it at the person he's pissed at. Oh yeah, that's my next one.
I wish I could do that.
Like, and it's like amazing. Like the kids who are on the show just kind of like say, like, how did he pull that out of the ground? Is he lifting up that? And he's just like throwing it at people like it's nothing. It's like he gets superpowers when he gets angry. Like, said he's the Hulk.
Yeah.
And I love what's her name, Celty, always trying to like calm him down, but she can't speak because she doesn't have a head, so she's always like, "Don't do it, don't throw it." All right, let's see. Oh,
This one's another redhead.
I think I have a couple of redheads on mine too.
Mm. Asuka from Evangelion.
I came back at the right time.
Yeah, she yells at everybody. She's mad at everybody. She thinks everyone's an idiot, especially Shinji. So, yeah. She's always yelling at someone.
She can also be my official waifu now that in the OVA she is now an adult, so I'm not a creeper. With a crush from, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I like her. She's fun.
She's amazing. Give me 2 seconds. Akmal.
What about you, Jim? You ready to go?
My next one actually is, and the funny thing about it is when you look up this character, you can actually find like hour-long videos of him just screaming. It's Asta from Black Clover. And I know even people who just can't even watch the anime because he's just so annoying, yelling all the time. So I have him on my list as well. But yeah, actually, when I was trying to figure out stuff, I'm looking up, and there was like actually 6 hours of Asta yelling video. I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to watch that, but it's kind of funny. But that is my pick there.
Got it.
It's true. Asta's always yelling.
I still haven't tried Black Clover. Is it good?
It's okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, wrong screen.
Nope.
Good thing
But
other
thank God
stuff
it wasn't
wasn't up.
something else.
Called incognito mode, kids. Learn it. Your parents
Just
won't find out
watching
what
the
you're
live
watching.
stream get taken down.
It's not incognito when you show it to everybody live. So just to let you know.
All right, let's try this one. There we go. That's the right image.
Okay.
Kaneda from Akira.
Mm-hmm.
He is loud. He looks so cute in that, but that's when they're in the prison. But he's just loud, and I just always think of like Tetsuo and Kaneda screaming, Tetsuo, Kaneda! But he's just obnoxious and cracking jokes like Spider-Man all the time, so I think he's fun. And he's also a dick.
Yeah.
All right. This one's already been mentioned, but it's on my list, so I'm going to just mention it again. That would be Kyo from Fruit Basket. I just love
Such a good photo.
how angry he gets. And then when he gets annoyed by all the different cousins that show up.
Oh, yeah.
Him and the cow like fighting all the time.
Love it.
Getting irritated, especially by the oldest cousin who he lives with, who's always like just pushing every button he has. The dog.
Yep. Fighting with each other constantly.
All right. Who do you have next? Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of him.
Yeah. Takane from Takane and Hana. He always gets so mad, and it's just.
But he's such a good guy.
He
He's
is
a
a good
sweetheart.
guy. He's super sweet to her and everything, but he gets so like frustrated with her because he like gives her like expensive stuff and like flowers, and she doesn't want any of it, and he gets so mad at her all the time. And yeah, he's like constantly like yelling.
Well, come on. He's a lolly, so it's okay. That age gap's pretty big. She's still in high school.
God.
Just saying.
Yeah, but she's like really mature
Different
though.
culture,
I feel like.
different culture.
Oh, okay. Support. Nah, I read it too, and it's very sweet. It's not
It's
as dirty
super
as you would
sweet.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
She doesn't put up with any of his crap too. I love that.
he
She's just
doesn't, and
not
she
impressed
like
by
yells
them.
right back at him.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I still need to finish that. Like I've been
pretty
slowly
good.
buying them here and there. All right, let me just
How
zoom in
many
on mine.
volumes is
I think there's 18 or
17?
19, correct?
18?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. Let me switch over to StreamYard and I'll share my screen. Sorry, present, not share. Oh, it is share screen. Okay.
Yeah,
Joe,
it's
you got one?
18.
HD wallpaper.
I
There we
can
go.
throw my one. I'm just trying to figure out things at the last second, but I'm actually going to go with Power from Chainsaw Man. Just
I
because
love
she
Power.
ends up
How did I not
screaming
think
every
of
time
that?
she shows up. She's screaming something ridiculous, and I love it.
He is.
Again, this is funny because these characters are almost all my favorite characters in every one of these. Like they're not annoying to me I just love that they yell, and Power just comes in screaming all the time.
She does. I love
I love
Power.
her.
She's-
Yeah, she's so great.
comes like kicking
Yeah.
doors down.
Yeah.
See, what pisses me
I
off
love
about the
Power,
new
too.
Chainsaw Man is she's not in it.
I
Like,
know.
I
I know
want
that
Power.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
I don't like the new girl. I forget her name, but she's kind of boring.
I had a real problem getting back into it after
It
the
took a
hiatus and
lot.
coming back. Yeah, it took me a bit as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm,
Denji
I
wasn't
haven't
even
read
in it for
it.
like the first couple
I know,
chapters, and you're like, where
yeah.
the hell is Denji?
Yeah, you
I
want
did
at
like
least
Clucky
10.
though. And then
Oh,
killed him.
Clucky, R.I.P.
All right, so I don't know if any of you guys read or watch Mushoku Tensei: The Jobless Reincarnate. This is Eris Greyrat. It's his cousin, And she's loud, obnoxious, and just a spoiled little bitch, and I love her. But she's also a sweetheart with like a heart of gold. Ends up becoming one of his wives later on too. But yeah, I mean, Eris Grey Rat, she's pretty cool.
Nice. I still have to check that out.
It's good. Like if you can get over the weird like harem, like
Pervy stuff?
yeah, it's pervy, but it's not like super sexual. It's just like, well, it is pervy, but it's just more like fan service. But I also did all the light novels too, so yeah. What was that, 3 or 4? I don't remember. Can we just say 4?
5.
Yeah,
I think it's 4.
All right, I'm gonna go with
more.
my favorite angry redhead who has to keep everybody in line on the ship, and that would be Nami. Because Luffy does stupid shit all the time. Zoro is always sleeping when there's chaos going on. She's like not taking any of it. She's always screaming and beating him up. I especially love when Luffy will take the money and spend it on stupid because he's trying to be nice to the people he's just met, and she needed that money for the ship. And then she ends up just beating the crap. She's just... I swear, she has hockey. She has to have hockey with the way she beats up Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji all the time. And once in a while, Usopp. She's got to have hockey. All right. That's next.
Last one.
Next time, I'm going to have espresso.
I drank a Red Bull. I screwed up.
Oh, come on. Isn't that bringing it up?
I like that one. The Tokyo Terroraba girls. All 3 of them. I forget what their names are, but they're loud and obnoxious anytime they're all 3 together. Like they go drinking after work, and they like make the people in the restaurant like want to leave because they're so loud. Yeah.
I have to read. I haven't read that one.
It's pretty good. It's hilarious.
All right, Jim, who's your last one?
All right, my last one, and at one point when it was just loud, I was going to make the joke and do Present Mike because he's just always screaming and yelling and My Hero. But I'm going to go with My Hero anyway, and Overhaul, who just ends up getting pissed off at everybody if they breathe near him or get any sort of like touch him or he splatter blood on him or whatnot. I mean, they even had the point where he ends up, murdering a guy and then got mad because, he had to put the blood everywhere. He's insane, but he's pretty angry.
Overhaul's a good choice.
Yeah, he's a pretty angry guy.
I forgot about Overhaul.
Yeah,
I guess this one's good enough for me. I was just trying to find a nice image. Open image, new tab.
People
yeah,
dropping ones in the chat. Like we've got Bulma, Chi-Chi.
Yeah, but I've done all those. I try not to do the same characters over and over again.
Yeah, I try to find new ones.
Bulma does yell a lot.
We got Kaiman from Dorohedoro. He's just loud, obnoxious, and just like he's like a giant child that's kind of stupid on steroids with a lizard head, and he's pretty cool. Easily excitable, and he's just like, "Whoa, guys!" Like it's pretty good. Did you guys ever read or watch Dorohedoro?
I've gotten up to volume 3. I'm trying to collect the rest.
Yeah, I'd say
I had
Kaiman's
put it on
pretty
hold
good.
because it was during that time they were printing them, and I was like,
yeah. So those are mine. I feel like we're on 4. Did we do 4 or 5? I don't know. Why am I trying to make this harder for myself?
You just want to go the round. That's it.
All
right, this one's been mentioned. Yeah, this one's been mentioned, but you know what? When it comes to angry, he is like the king.
He is.
It's just full on. There's never a change in the tone, and he doesn't even care if they're older than him. He's screaming at them too, like he's screaming at Shoto's dad.
Yep.
He's like insulting them too. He's like, "Oh God, I have old man smell on me." When he accidentally gets caught up in that hug. He's even like yelling at what's his name, Deku. It's like, hey, nerd. Did you ever see the movie where they went to meet All Might's former partner from America?
Mm-hmm.
And All Might invited Deku along, and Bakugo was there for another reason. He sees him. He goes, "What the hell are you doing here?"
It's like, why are you here in this country?
Wait, they didn't put Deadpool in
it? I can see Bakugo hanging out with Deadpool. They'd be fighting like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up to my buddy Will? He does a comic podcast too, Creators Outlet. Hey, Will.
Hello, Creators Outlet. How are you? Really should espresso before today. So that was our top 5. We went over the manga announcements for Tokyo Pop and Seven Seas audiobooks, but the audiobooks just started getting announced. We're probably going to get more of those. Probably the good stuff is going to happen at the cons.
Yeah.
I promise I will be hungover, so I can actually report on con stuff. Well, no, I was pretty good with Anime Boston. Just New York was a rough time for me. I was sober for Anime Boston. New York Comic Con, not so much.
No, he's like, I'm going to film that thing in Times Square with the One Piece like thing, and then it like never happened.
Listen, I had a great time at Times Square at 2 a.m. Okay, listen, we all know me with booze. I was drinking with a bunch of comic people and just kind of drinking tequila straight out the bottle after like 15, 20 beers. It was dumb. It's a love-hate relationship with alcohol. I know the fine line. I'm just dumb.
But you did get to see, what was it, like Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, that was cool. That I was so hungover and rushed to go there, and I saw it, and that was great. And like the tweet blew up, and I was happy.
Did they say what they're gonna? I think Rurouni Kenshin's gonna be at one of them.
Really? See, I like me and Marg agree. I like Kenshin. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I don't take the politics with the art. I just like the story for the story. Plus, it's already been printed anyways. Like, who cares? Like,
yeah, just buy secondhand.
Yeah, I don't support scumbag pedos, but I mean, it's a good story. Anyways. There it goes. I ruined everything.
That yes, that's Bakugo's like superhero.
It's so crazy.
I love when he does that. It's like, what's your name? He's like, great explosion, murder, god, dynamite. They're like, okay.
I feel like I should go back and try My Hero at some point, but maybe that was when I was really burnt out on like American comics and was just like, I'm done with this superhero crap.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I tried the anime, not the manga. Is the manga a little bit better, or is it like the same like slapstickiness?
I like. See, we're in an arc now that's very dark, so it's not really slapstick comedy, but you will have those moments throughout the series, especially when Deku is trying to learn how to use the powers, and then of course Bakugo, especially when they break off and they get mentors, and he gets the one mentor who's trying to like make him look like a boy next door.
Yeah. I think the manga is a little bit less jokey, over the top jokey, and it might just be from being the reading of it, but
okay,
I think it's a little less over the top.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. It's like I don't mind over the top jokey stupidness. Like I love Guardians, I love Deadpool, but it's like maybe it's when I tried, I was just like, nah, this isn't for me. But
well, it's funny because people who were burned out, like not even burned out with comics, but obviously Carrie's even said to people, if you're into, say X-Men or Teen Titans, it's a good way to get them into, manga with My Hero. But if you're burned out with a lot of Western stuff, it might not be the greatest jumping into deal because it's so similar, or it has so many of those themes.
Oh yeah, I tell people, they're like, what's great to get into? And I just love screwing with people. I'm like, I don't know, you should do like Redo of Healer, Berserk, Boku no Pico, just to see what they say.
My God, they open up that first page of Berserk and they beat you.
Well, right from page 3 if you're into it or not.
That is true.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, I like when people are like, well, I don't know about, manga if it's for me or not. I'm like, you read Western comics, right? Yeah. well, what do you like? Well, I like superhero. I'm like, well, no, what do you like for like movies and other things besides superheroes? And I'm like, they got X, Y, Z. Like, try this, and I love giving recommendations. Like, one of my friends, she does a podcast and has a comic shop. She was talking about like Mad Love and other stuff for like romance, like comics. I'm like, hey, try Sweat and Soap. And she's like, wow, I really like this. This is good. I'm like, I told you, like, comics just, they don't do it for me anymore. It's manga. It's way better.
Mm-hmm. And it is true. I've had some people, and you'll give them the regular, recommendations, but then when it's even cool when they go off and find the crazy stuff themselves. Like, I don't believe it. Like, I didn't know there was anything like this. Why didn't you recommend it? I'm like, because you might have thought I was, some weirdo or something if I recommended that first.
But see, Vincent's right. But that's the thing. It's like, I love when people, like, especially on my channel, like, they'd always post in the comments, hey, have you checked this out? I'm like, let me check it out. And then later on, I'm like, wow, you put me onto something I never thought I would like.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this stuff's wild.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? I got it somewhere. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Basically, it's an isekai where the kid gets a, like, Nintendo controller can freeze time. Oh, I can't think of it. But it's, like, just etchy enough where it's, like, kind of, like, cute.
Time Hero,
like,
something?
Yeah, Time Stop Hero. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've actually read the first actual chapter. I didn't go any further, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it. It gets worse and worse. And at one point, well, it doesn't get worse. Like, he still undresses the girls and frees time. But, like, this one mage realizes that he's freezing time. So she leaves a note right in her cleavage to him. She's like, I know what you're doing.
Nice.
He's like, it freaks out. So it's pretty cool.
I might have to read. I have the first volume. I haven't read the whole thing. I'll have to check it out.
It doesn't go into hentai. So it just,
okay.
And it's all censored. It's like, you see the cleavage, but it's like, a little mist or whatever. So it's not too perverted. So I'm a man of culture, by the way, if you don't know. Like, I like culture.
Classy.
Yes.
So Mega wants to know if you've seen Uza-chan wants to hang out.
I have not, and I haven't read it. That's like on my list of stuff to try, but I got 3 shelves of shit I need to read, so. And oh my god, not buying manga. Have we realized we save a ton of money? It's always a read.
Yeah, thank God for those Viz apps.
Yikes.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Come on, bro. No, it's not too soon. The internet killed that 3
soon.
days ago, just like them. Whoops. Anyways. Yeah. I can't go. That and the McGrimace shake, and there's like something else that just like Instagram's killed stuff for me. Like, it's too much. Like, it's enough of a good thing. Like, you see a funny meme or joke, and then people just run in the ground. Like, my life just like can only be funny for so long. I was watching that today. Oh, what I'm trying to think. Let's see. Oshi No Ko. Is anybody else watching Hell's Paradise?
I want to, but
So
I just haven't.
It is. I love the animation too. Like the colors and everything. It's beautiful, and I think they adapted the manga really well.
Yeah, I mean, it skips around a little, but it's pretty good. Just like, I don't think anybody else is watching A Galaxy Next Door, but that's still super cute and fun. I'm loving it.
I love Galaxy Next Door.
So cute. And what else is good? Death Mount Death Play. That's so good too. If you want like a cool isekai.
I've got the first volume of the manga. I gotta read that. I haven't watched the anime yet.
Anime is pretty good. Like, it's done pretty cool. Like, if you like that kind of jokey but serious violence and action, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
That
like
walks
Alice
the
in
razor's
Borderland
edge.
type, or
no, more like Door Hedora, where it's like a dark comedy type of thing, but it's also serious.
Okay. I catch that. What else was there? There was another one that I just want to know when they're going to do an anime of Sakamoto Days.
Yeah, it's gonna come. You know it.
Yeah, it has to be coming.
Oh, somebody just posted. This looks really bad. Like, Saint Seiya got a live action. That looks really bad. I don't know.
What's really, really funny? The kid who's in that is the one who's playing Zoro in the One Piece live action.
Oh, really?
And I kind of feel bad for him because he is an actual martial artist and everything. He's what's his dad is Sonny Chiba.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they have like I think didn't he just die recently too, Sonny Chiba, like last year?
I don't know. Is he still alive? That's why we got the Google box. Let's check it out.
But yeah, he had like a video where he was going over with his son different things, like, and I found out, I was like, oh, wait a minute, because he was talking about also being in that Rurouni Kenshin, the last Rurouni Kenshin movie, where he played the villain. He did a good job in that, by the way.
Sonny Chiba passed away in 2021.
Yeah.
But he's been in everything. Like, if you just... Here, let me share screen. Like, everyone's like, who is he? Like, if you... Kill Bill. He was in Kill Bill. He was the sushi chef.
Yeah, he was the guy who made the katana for her.
Yeah, he's like in everything.
But he's kind of like what was like the Japanese equivalent to Bruce Lee. He was like always in the samurai movies, or
here, let me share.
Later, he did like a lot of the Yakuza stuff.
That's just like the different years of Sonny Chiba, but like.
And there's his son with him there.
Which one? The middle one?
The third one.
Oh, and there's. Yep, and there's him. Looks like. Is that? Anyways. So anything else going on with you guys? Like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in like months.
I have a
like
Substack now.
Like...
I've been writing articles.
Y'all rich?
Nah.
I don't know how you can be on Substack and Twitter. I thought that was the devil as soon as like everyone was getting them Substack deals and that Substack money.
Do I look like
James Tyne is sleeping on a bed of money right now with his Substack crap.
So is Snyder and a couple other people. Why not?
Yeah,
Let them get that money.
Hey,
I don't judge.
At least
see, that's what we're doing wrong.
On there.
We shouldn't be like podcasting. We should be start like doing this on Kick so we can make money and show whatever we want, not worry about it. That's where all the cool kids is going.
Yeah, because what's my call? Isn't Twitch like on the outs now?
Twitch has fucked their creators so hard. Like they had a 70-30 split. Now it's 50-50. And they're like, well, if you have over X amount size, we'll do that. You can't bake in, you know, like ads. Like they're just trying to kill everything. Plus Amazon, I don't think it's really profitable for them with Amazon. They're losing money on the server side alone. So, but the funny thing is Kick's using Amazon Web Service. So it's like they're making money regardless. So it doesn't really matter. Vinland Saga is amazing. It doesn't matter how you consume it. The anime is great. The manga is even better. Like right now, it's the farming arc. It's supposed to be the most boringest part because of farming. But the main character, Thorfinn, he learns that he doesn't want to be violent and kill people. So it's the struggle of him not wanting to kill people, but being forced into situations. You'll like it. It's the animation quality is beautiful too.
He has a kick.
Oh, damn. See, he knows what's up.
My brother is watching that Vinland Saga season now, and he's not happy. He wants the fighting and the.
But there is fighting in it, but it's just Thorfinn becoming a pacifist. But like when me and Bo were talking about a couple months ago, I read all the way up through all the 13 omnibus, and then after that, whatever was current. It's pretty cool where it goes. I'm not going to spoil it, but I just hope they don't ruin it and kill Thorfinn, and you're just like, oh, it's sad.
Jim, have you read any more of the Yakuza Bias?
I have been reading it, and I really do like it. I think that it's pretty cool. I'm actually going to do a review of the first chapter. Probably, I was going to do it tonight. I'm getting very tired, though. But I think maybe like tomorrow. It was supposed to be for our Manga Monday show, and it's already, Tuesday, so what the heck? I can wait. But no, I really do like it. Every time I go and reread it, it just cracks me up. It's good. But then again, I love the K-pop, so it's really...
What is it?
It's about middle-aged... It's called the Yakuza's Bias. He's like a middle-aged enforcer, second in charge to the Yakuza boss. And it's dragged by the teenage daughter of his boss to a K-pop concert. It ends up becoming.
I saw something about that. So is that good?
It's good. It's
okay.
Good.
It's good.
That just came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw it and I was like, oh, K-pop mixed with Yakuza. I don't know.
I just figured it'd be funny because it's like he goes down the rabbit hole of it. He even has like a fan site where he writes fan fiction. Yeah. And the funny part is he doesn't realize his bias is reading the fan fiction and thinks, oh, this would be cool, pretend like Yakuza, and we act out these different things.
Yeah, and then he starts to like
the same old man.
Yeah, and he thinks that maybe if they're, the Yakuza would work like a K-pop band, that they would be more a well-oiled machine. It like goes all over the place with how he reacts to this.
Okay, you sold me on it because I just thought it was like a boys' love type of thing. I saw Yakuza and like K-pop, and I'm like, I'm out.
No, and it's funny, like the other guys in the group, the Yakuza group, like one of them is like worried that something is wrong with him, and he doesn't know it's K-pop, and he thinks he's like corrupting the teenage daughter boss or something, and then the other guy's just like, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, And then the daughter of the boss, like, she's into turning them into fans. It gets wacky.
Yes.
So there's converting them all to K-pop.
Oh, yeah. And she gets, like, almost, like, evil the way that she gets into it, too. Like, I'm going to get you into this. But there's a lot of miscommunication and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
So wait, my question is this a manhwa? Because of the K-pop? Or is it...
It's a Japanese.
But they're not doing J-pop, though? That's weird.
No, it's K-pop.
Okay.
I think because they're capitalizing on the success of K-pop right now internationally.
Well, is idols the same thing as J-pop, or is that totally separate? I'm ignorant, so I don't know.
Oh no, J-pop is so idols.
Okay. Yeah. But K-pop's just more popular
kind of follow
right
the same formula. Yes.
Yeah. It's just they're all copying NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. It's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, you say that on
copying New Kids on the Block and yeah, have all that. But that's the thing too. Like back in the day, I used to like it where it was well defined. You got the bad boy who like sets the the hotel on fire. You got that, but he's always the rapper. Like they blur the lines nowadays a little more. But
they blur.
I'm
just not going to even touch that.
Yes, exactly. I'm a huge K-pop fan, though, so I really like the Yakuza's bias. I'm a big New Jeans fan right now. If anybody's out there, any other bunnies out there, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The girls are hot as shit, and like their songs are like half in English, and they're like, "Oh, this is kind of catchy."
They all speak English.
The one that goes like tick 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 tick.
Oh, that's like if it's the one, that's going to be a very, very new one. They have a new album dropping coming up, but like a bunch of their things like Ditto and I'm a little more into it than I should be, but I'm a bunny.
It's okay.
My kids just look at me and shake their heads. They're like, "Dad, come on."
Jim, don't take this the wrong way offensively, but we all know, like, especially the female K-pop groups, they're made for older men, not teenage boys. They are, because they know we have the money, we're going to spend it.
Exactly.
It's not like these snide kids that, like, work a part-time job and, like, well, I could buy a CD. We're like, we're going to spend $3,000 to get a handshake and be like, oh, a picture?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Exactly. My kids just shake their heads. But that's why the Yakuza's bias is so good, because they play that up.
Yes.
That this guy actually, like, he sees, like, what have I been missing here? But it's a boy band that he gets into, but it's more about, like, he sees how, like, a real man should be. It's really good.
He's like, this guy works so hard, and he's like a good leader, and he puts everybody together, and he sees it, like, from a Yakuza perspective.
Wow.
So it's hilarious. I was even Mark. I was even sending Jim like pictures from True Beauty. I was like, she must be Army, because like every one of the characters in here represents somebody from BTS.
Yes, everyone is a BTS character.
It's like, what?
So good.
It is good. I do like the drama better though.
Yeah. Same.
It's the only sometimes with K-dramas, like they're either completely off from the manhwa or
dead set.
But What's Wrong with Secretary Kim is pretty much follows it beat for beat. I like that one too.
Yeah. I saw the first episode of it. It was pretty good. I need to continue that one.
Was it a K-drama?
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
I tried with someone else watching the first episode of Sweat and Soap K-drama. I was just like, I can't. This is bad.
That's Jade. No,
that was hilarious.
Well, when they were supposed to be making love, they had the smoke and stuff. Yeah, and I was like,
the smoke is hilarious.
I just didn't get it. I was like, I'm out.
Like,
it gets
she's
even
got
better.
Steam coming off.
It gets even goofier. Like when they go to those scenes, like there's one where like they're eating rice. Like I'm like.
Well, I think the other turnoff was when we were trying to. First of all, it's hard enough to watch, a stream with two different people, and with ads on like a website hosting it, because I didn't want. I didn't want to pay for it because I didn't know what like the weird thing was. It's like I want to check out the first episode and see. It was so hard to sync it up and just like the ads. I can't do this. No, not for me.
I watched on Netflix Bloodhounds. That was really good.
Ooh,
it was like yeah, two guys who are like training to be boxers, and one of their mothers gets tricked by a loan shark into signing off on a loan she believes is from the government to help people after the COVID crisis with their businesses. And he's harassing her, and he sends people to beat her up to get the money, so they decide to like team up to take down the loan shark. It was really good.
Nice.
That was interesting. I've
Vigilante
been watching the new season of Black Mirror.
Yeah, we saw it from your post. Like,
yeah,
I've never watched an episode in my life.
So good.
Me either. Is
So
it?
good.
It's like the Twilight Zone, basically, right?
It's kind of like Twilight Zone. Like, it's kind of got like the dark side of like technology, like how people can use it wrong. Yeah. That's real good.
Creators Outlet is on a roll.
Bunnies.
Will's a fun guy. He's funny as hell. He's a funny bastard. I like him. Nah, bronies are scary, bro.
Yeah.
What did all the Reddit mods do when Reddit shut down for like 4 days? Did like bronies have to go out and talk to people? Or just play video games? Or they fill their jar up?
Huh?
Don't worry. Nope.
Don't.
You know, if I say something in passing, you don't want to look it up.
Oh my gosh.
Type in brony jar.
All right.
Don't.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm scarred for life.
Don't do it. Don't do it. He's had you do that before, and you were like,
I give you fair warning that it's not nice, but whatever.
You should know I'm curious enough to look.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Anyways.
I'm afraid.
The bronies fall into the same category as furries.
Yeah, they're scary people that it's some next level. Well, I've told the story a couple times, but like when I was running a gas station in like West Bumfuck, Mass, like we had this kid that did overnights, huge dude, doing metal beard, like looked like a biker, and he had like a brony pin on his head. I'm like, you fucking brony, dude? He's like, yeah, I love My Little Pony. I'm like, okay, I misjudged you. Okay,
all right.
He just looks scary as hell. He's like, yeah, I like My Little Pony. I'm a brony. I'm like, wow.
He's not gonna mock him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really bumped into bronies, but I know here in Pittsburgh they do have a furry convention once in a while.
I'm not trying to pick on furries because we know my take. Like, they're good people. Like, a couple friends of the shows are furries, so I try not to shit on them as much in public now. But like, do you? Like, I'm into cosplaying, so I can't judge. That's just the next step that I'm not ready for or can understand. But it's cool.
That's right. I know Jim, and I know an angry guy down in Pittsburgh is probably just
yeah.
You know.
I don't think he's a furry. I don't think he's.
No, get off the road, you furries. I need to get to my comic book store.
Yeah.
By day, office man. By night, furry. His first persona.
We had a bunch of kids when I was in school that they thought they were werewolves, and they kind of went furry with it. It was kind of odd.
They had the tails.
Yeah, they went with the tails.
Yeah, they had a few of those in my school too.
Oh my!
It's killing me. I want to say it's better when they light up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. Oh, these kids would go and they'd be like yelling, "Watch out! There's going to be a full moon tonight." I'm like, "Stop it! Just stop it!"
That just unlocked a question in my head. Do they? No,
I don't know.
I'm gonna type in the private chat.
Tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know where I'm going with this, but
oh god,
I think I do know.
No, that's what I said. That's what I was gonna say out loud. It just popped in my head with full moon.
Actually, yeah, they probably don't. They probably did not. So they just
they just had to, resemble as much as possible.
I was gonna say, do they not shave? Just they got to keep it all natural.
Yes, all natural. Yes. I just remember at one point they were like running around like, oh my God, it's going to be a full moon tonight. Like they were really freaking out. Like something was actually really going to happen. I'm like, just stop.
Like, we're really going to change.
Please stop.
You just gave me the coolest idea. If I could find someone to shave in a certain region on my body, like a werewolf going like this into my hair, I think that would be hilarious.
That'd be pretty cool.
I kill myself with how stupid I am.
All right. Well, guys, it's been fun.
Yes.
I'm sure we all want to go to bed now.
I'm jacked up.
Jim, thanks for being back.
No problem.
It was nice meeting you, Jim.
You're always
nice
welcome.
meeting you guys.
Hopefully, after these cons, we'll have more stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of that whole play, I guess. You know, the idea of them waiting for the cons so you kind of get what you can get.
Drip feed it to you.
Especially when the big story is about cyberbullying and stuff like that. That always
That's the hottest news
a
of the
fun
week,
time, right? Just the same stuff. Just just same comic stuff on the channels.
Yeah, the only reason we got the One Piece live action trailer is because of the other convention down in Brazil. But
yeah.
So you got anything up on your channel, Jim?
Just the same old stuff, just the same old comic reviews, things like that. I'm not real good at pushing it, obviously, but yeah, same old things. Marvel stuff comes out tomorrow. I ended up having to do a bunch of things today. I had some DC stuff I was going to review, but I kind of just decided to pass on that for today. But other than that, singing some songs and stuff and nonsense. So that's
I love your parody songs.
Yeah, just parody songs. I want to be the new Weird Al. Is what
I love me some Weird Al.
I love Weird Al, but yeah, so just the normal stuff.
He freaked me out when he shaved his mustache off, though.
I know, he just didn't look right.
Weird.
He looked creepy. Like the pedo mustache usually looks creepy on
That's
people.
what the weird.
I was
just gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say he kind of would look weird, but then he didn't, and then he goes normal and looks so weird.
Well, he owns it. That was like when Howie Mandel first shaved his head. You're like, what the fuck? And you're like, oh, that's Howie. Yeah.
What about you, Marg? You got anything coming up on your channel?
I'm doing like more live streams. So my next one I think is going to be Monday. So we just chat about different manga topics. So
what time Monday?
1 p.m.
If I get a rain day, I'll show up. Because every time like I'm on lunch, I see something pop up. And you're like, you're having a live stream. I'm like, it must be nice, but I can't join because I'm at work.
Yeah. Yeah, we just chat about like different things. Like last week or yesterday, I said last week. Yesterday it was digital manga. So
nice. Nick, are you back in the filmmaking game?
I am. My video did 10 of 10, so it's so great about me cracking those like Lord of the Rings magic packs. I just wanted to do some quick content. You know, it was like $150 down the drain. Like it was totally worth it.
$150.
They were $50. Well, $45 a pack. I think I averaged maybe $62 out of all the packs because Wizard kills the price, but I get into that. But I was gonna do a video of me just like my haul from the past couple months. Like I think it's still under 40 volumes just because I haven't been buying. I've just been paying off bills and doing my own thing. But and when you're like, you want to come on tonight? I'm like, I'm over it. I had to do me, figure out some life shit, and now I'm like, doing good, happy. Healthy.
Good to have you back.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Still hate me, but I mean, I guess I'm mentally better.
No. Bianca didn't have many people to shoot, so.
Yeah.
I saw something today. I think I sent it to her. It was like just a little cute meme of like, mess with the something. It was just a cat with a gun. And I was just like, I had to send it to her because it was so cute. And I was like, because it said pew 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 pew.
Good night, Robert.
Good night.
Good night, Rob.
I'm probably gonna have like an indie comic review coming up on Friday. Hopefully, I got some videos I'm putting together for some other places, which I'll announce soon.
Hey, I gotta ask you guys with the new monetization thing, right? It's 1,000 plus 3,000 hours instead of 4, right? Anybody get close to that? Because like I was so close and I dipped back up and down. Like I kind of just want to get hardcore back into it and just like.
Well, I'm past the 500 subscribers, but
it's
like,
that watch
I'm
time.
halfway to that 3,000.
Yeah, I'm almost 3,000.
I think I'm
Last
at
time I looked.
1,700. Why couldn't they have done this a couple months ago when I was so close to 4,000 by like couple hundred hours?
Right?
I know, right?
Mhm.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
what
sheesh.
happens when I don't post for months at a time. I'm just like, nah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So Bo's has a big announcement on Friday.
He's finally going to
Ooh.
transition into they them.
Into
Yay! I'm
that.
so proud of you. He's a house person, not a husband anymore.
Oh God.
Bo, I miss you, buddy. I'm just busting your balls. You're not here to like give me that banter, so miss you, man.
Somebody's in the thing saying
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. What?
What? I'm
Oh,
confused.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's definitely then time to go.
Yes.
We've
Well,
hit that
yeah.
mark when all the people come out. But thank you guys for being on again. Hopefully next week there'll be much more to talk about. And I hope you have a good night. And I'll see everybody soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
See you all next Tuesday.
See ya.
Bye.